Make sure you
Well,
guys have your life jackets on full plane and kill switches attached to the driver.
all right, Kurt's out there on the water getting ready for takeoff, and he is just telling everybody about what's going on here this morning, getting ready for takeoff at 8 o'clock. So we're about 2 minutes away from the takeoff. They'll come back at 3 o'clock this afternoon. First flight due in at 3, second flight due in at 3:15. And then we'll do the weigh-in. And at the end of weigh-in, which I think is 54 teams, I believe.
56, buddy. 56, but 2 did not show. So
yeah, okay. All right. You're there. So
yep.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it's probably going to take, I don't know, an hour to weigh in, maybe an hour and 15 minutes.
With the drive time and stuff like that, yeah, you're probably about right. Hour 15. So weigh-ins will go live at 3 o'clock. Guys were questioning earlier about the wind, but I think the wind's going to hold off on us, so we should be good for the 16th annual Denny Palmer.
Yeah, I think the wind starts to pick up about 1 o'clock or so, and I know they're concerned about it because we are talking 30-mile-an-hour wind. So we'll see what happens. It's 7:59 here, so we're very close to takeoff. I am just going to pop it up and let Kurt take over. You guys have a great takeoff.
All right. All right, 8 o'clock. Team number 1, Blake Taylor and Ron Anderson. Go get it. Team number 2, Lane Glimes, Matthew Glimes, and Ashley Slayton. Good luck. Please no wait till you get past our boat, please. Boat number 3, Waylon Worcestershire, Wischek, Corey Hoon, and Eric Hoon. Corey, sorry about that. No boat. Boat number 4, Gwen Butler, Tanner Churning, and Gary Butler. Good luck. No team number 5. Team number 6. We got the shippers, Brad and Shelly Shipper. Boat number 7, Jason Hansen, Grant Gilchrist, and Landon Johnson. Please no wait till you get past us, guys. Boat number 8, Darren Kessler, Greg Kessler, and Jameson Ford. Looking for boat number 9, the Butlers, James, Blake, and Gatlin Butler. Boat number 10, Herb Molson, Greg Petto, and Jason Steele. Good luck, guys. Boat number 11, Grady Hitterman, Taylor Dykema, and Kristen Dykema. Good to go, guys. Boat number 12, Jeff and Carrie. I'm not even going to attempt that one. Arneson and Dave Beckler. I can get Beckler. Boat number 13, Tanner Nash, Jesse Dietner, and Paul Amdale. Boat number 14, Brian Ernst, Eric Bell, and Nick Bell. Boat number 15, Jim Gluten, Kevin Miller, and Mark Miller. Boat number 16, we got the Heipels. Colin Jordan and Jeff Heipel. Boat number 17. Quentin Headland, Kurt Grimes, and Mallory Sutton. Looks like only 2 there. So all right, team number 18. We have Stephen Hansen, Jr. and Senior, and Matt Hansen. Boat number 19. Stephen and Kendall Hendrick. 19. Yep. Boat number 20. The Biebers, Eric, Aaron, and Natalie Bieber. What time's hot dogs today, guys? What time are the hot dogs? Good luck, guys. Team number 21, Austin Doris, Hayden Herman, and Don Herman. Boat number 22, Bryce and Angela Lutz. No 23. Boat number 24. Michael Bailey, Brian Bailey, and Mike Schmidt. Boat number 25. Greg and Mitch Niedrich. Boat number 26. Corey Ware, Travis Huber, and Rich Garbuff. Boat number 27. Steve Wold and Sean Doctor. And the last boat of this flight, number 28. Ben Elbers, Chad Connell, and Alan Brooks. Good luck, guys. Next flight will go out at 8:15. Be back in at 3:15.
Well,
all right.
The first flight, and it looks like the water is in pretty decent shape out there. Of course, you're a little bit protected. You're bouncing up and down because of the boats taking off, though.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's actually right out of the mouth of Indian Creek. It's not bad. Kind of a split field, right? So,
right,
about half and half. Half went north in the first flight, and half went south.
Okay.
So it's kind of a mixture of where people went. I was kind of trying to watch and read at the same time and pay attention to where I was at. So it was about a mixed flight on the first flight heading down south, up north. From what I got reports of leading into this, the fishing is incredible.
Yeah, yes, super incredible.
Yeah, I've heard, you know, the old saying, as good as it was in the 90s. So it's gonna be a fun weigh-in this afternoon. I know a lot of guys were wanting to check their rulers against ours this morning, just to make sure that that 19, and nobody really cared about the minimum line. Minimum for this term is 14 inches, and nobody really cared about the minimum line.
Yeah,
Everybody really cared about how close that 20 is on theirs.
Well, it's going to make a difference. There's no doubt about it. When you look at the way the fish are biting right now, the unders are going to be, I truly think, amazing. We're going to see a bunch of nice, very healthy little fish coming in, but it's the big fish that is really going to matter today, right on the top, to win that $7,500. But I can't wait to see all of the slot fish that come in.
Yeah, I was told the big ones are finicky. That's what I got told by a couple guys last night. It doesn't sound, currently doesn't sound like the slots are a tough bite, but it sounds like the overs are going to be the finicky. But with some of the sticks we have in this field and the way this lake was producing, I guarantee we're going to see some overs.
Oh, you know that we're going to see overs because there's always somebody that catches them. It's not like they're going to be jumping in the boat. We've got this weather change too. I don't know how much that's going to affect things, but we're going to find out at about 3:15, 3:30 today, once things start really getting going on the weigh-in. And I would say by 4:30, we'll probably have a relatively good idea of what the average field looks like. And by 5:15, should be done and into awards, I would hope.
Oh, I think you're about an hour, about 45 minutes off on that. I mean, like that drive always throws stuff off, right?
Yeah.
Guys are off the water at 3 and 3:15, and by the time they load up, they got another 15 minutes to get down there. So you're looking at roughly, probably 3:15, seeing the first few, the pile up of teams about 3:15 across the stage, and the first 28 across, it'll be, we'll have them off stage in about a half hour time span, and then we'll get the award. So yeah, you're probably looking around 4:30, 4:45 finishing up.
And
so
I always
depends on when guys want to get off the water, if the wind does come up and changes. But if it's like today, I think you're gonna, like this morning, you're gonna see a bunch of guys just hang out and fish.
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't. For those that are watching that don't understand the Mobridge area, we're not launching out of town. It's 2.5, 3 miles to the east of town. So there's a little bit of a drive, and that does slow things up at the weigh-in, but there are 54 teams, right? So weigh-in's not going to be a big, long weigh-in like we got used to with the National Walleye Tour.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be a drug out thing. And a lot of these guys have done this before. You had 160 here for the National Walleye Trail, and some of them guys have never been here before. So anytime you got to drive from a ramp, that puts another added thing in you got to think about. And I think a lot of the guys, just get loaded up, do your thing, and come over. And a lot of these guys know what to do. So it should be a pretty quick process this afternoon. You get to go on the water and spend a little bit of time with Brett Kemnitz today, so we might get some footage back from you. And see how the day goes out there with the day on the water, and check some guys out. You're just going to be looking for new fishing spots, I'm guessing.
That's probably my directive. I mean, I'll have a camera in my hand, and I will probably take pictures. We'll maybe get some video. Depends on what kind of wind we have when we're out there. But yeah, I'm excited to see the area from a boat, because I've never been in this area in a boat before, so it's all new to me.
I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the river bluffs are incredibly green right now. It's absolutely gorgeous out here, so it'll be a good day on the water. So
the interesting thing is the minimum at 14 inches. I don't know if it's been that way in the past or not. I don't know if they've done that because the 14 inches are just that healthy and are actually meaningful to a tournament at this time of the year here on Lake Oahe in the Mobridge area. So I'm very curious to see what the bags look like. Any guess on weight?
Honestly, you're weighing 6 fish with 2 overs. I think we're going to see that, to win, you're going to see mid to high 20s.
Yeah.
I really think you're going to, we might even see a 30-pound bag. You think about it, these overs up here, they're big.
Right.
When we're not talking a 9, talking a couple guys, it ain't going in the boat unless it's 9 pounds. So you figure 2 of those at 18 pounds, and then 4 slots coming in at the, let's just say 2.5, 3 pounds. It doesn't take long to get to that close to 30-pound mark.
Yeah, right. I think ideally they're probably looking for about 13 pounds in the unders and 18 pounds with the overs. So, there's 31 pounds right there. So it's going to be interesting. 31 pounds could be the big bag. 36, 38, 39 could be the big bag if they find 2 of those perfect big fish. And wouldn't that be kind of fun, right? Look at there, Nathan. Good morning there, Nate. He is south, and yeah, it is breezy out there, no doubt. Let's see, our clock says 8:13, so we're just a couple minutes away from that 8:15.
I'm gonna do a couple quick announcements. So,
yeah, okay.
Official time is 8:15 a.m. or 8:13 a.m. Central Standard Time. This flight takes off at 8 or 8:15, returns at 3:15 back in this bay. Even if you load up in the other one, make sure you guys get your number boards held high so everybody can get in line. And the same this afternoon. No wake when you come by this boat, please, and we'll get you out really quick. Boat 29 will lead the flight out for us. Got to get some housekeeping out there. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting day. I mean, the way the bite's been here, I can see the first couple boats, if they didn't make a big run, might already have a fish in the boat, I mean, the way, if it's anything down, like we had that Special Olympics adaptive walleye tournament on Tuesday, and the guys were going through a ton of fish up in the Cheyenne. So it's been a good bite. The bite has turned on in Lake Oahe. So if anybody's wondering, the back of the Cheyenne up north and up to north here is all good to go. So,
and it's 8:14 right now, so we're about 60 seconds, about a minute away from flight number 2 here, the 16th annual Denny Palmer Memorial Walleye Classic.
Yeah, we'll get the last flight out here, and then we'll get you on the water here in a little bit, and hopefully we got enough service to I got to go. All right, boat 29, Jeremy, Alyssa, and Scott Brozick. All right, good to go. Boat number 30, Nicholas Wiley, Justin Seidel, and Ty Seidel. $31, the Neals. I need Jordan, Kevin, and Mike Neals. Boat number 32, Paul Whitlitter, Terry Florness, and Todd Rune. Boat number 33, Jim Stevenson and Terry Severson. You're good to go, 33. $34, Richie Davis and Byron Larson. All right, is that better? 35, Darren Boy, Chris Reichman, and Colin Border. No wake till you get past us, please. Team number 36, Tom Murray, Paul Mucher, and Scott Murray. Boat number 37, Jamie Peterson, John Peterson, and Dort Jackson. 38, Dennis Foster, Russell Hansen, and John Adler. Boat number 39, Morgan Anderson, Janet Dahl, and Chad Dahl. Boat number 40, Todd, Logan, and Gabriel Shuri. Boat number 41, Jeff Miskelski, Matthew Martin, and Wayne Miskelski. Boat number 42, Jaden Madison, Cody Hansen. Boat number 43, Doug Utsetter and Brad Butch. Boat number 44, Tyler and Jim Babcock. Boat number 45, I need to see Dusty, Greg, and Dalton Carroll. Boat number 46, Brett Molesca and Cole Meter. Boat number 47, Jordan Baumuller, Thomas Undel, and Brent Fisher. No wake, please, guys. Boat number 48, Zach Metro, Kyle Sanger, and Steve Irwin. 49, Racer Barnes, Stanley Surley, and Ross Fairling. These boys were a little anxious to get going. Boat number 50, Brandon Jobs and Catherine Uring. Boat number 51, Bill Scheid, Ryan Sprecher, and Jamie Scheid. Boat number 52, Brent Orrich and Cole Olson. Boat number 53, the Nettos, Nate Jim and Gunnar Netto. Looking for boat 54, Chuck Abels, Matthew Abels, and Justin Abels. $54, you're good to go. 55, the Stoners, Cody, Adeline, and Owen Stoner. And boat number 56, Tyson Keller and Chris Haynes. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock. 3:15 for this flight.
All right. Well, then that's a wrap, and we'll be back at 3 o'clock for weigh-in.
Yeah, these boys were really anxious to get going this morning, a few of them.
I guess maybe they haven't been fishing for a while since yesterday.
Yeah, they were pretty anxious to get going. So, again, probably a little more heading south this time, but a good number heading north towards town. So, we'll see you after a little bit here this afternoon at 3 o'clock for weigh-ins.
All right, sounds good. It's the 16th annual Denny Palmer Memorial Walleye Classic here in Mobridge, South Dakota.